We're just 72 days away from 2024 general election. Good afternoon and welcome to Election Brief. We're live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125, on all our social media platforms and around the world on myjoyonline.com. Election headquarters is brought to you by Protestors Platinum Energy, Energizing Dreams, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, CIMA, and the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. It's also brought to you by German Ozone Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental Wellness and Beauty, as well as Chopbox Technologies, a convenience service, and Youth Bridge Foundation, bridging the gap for positive youth development. My name is Fomena. Please stay for details. Thanks for choosing us for your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. The flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, John Dramani Mahama, is this afternoon calling for a review of a 2-week remand decision of the Accra High Court for the Democracy Hub demonstrators to be detained in prison cells. In a statement, the former president says the decision of the court is high-handed and an abuse of the rights of the demonstrators. My colleague Kweku Asante has the full statement. He joins us now with more. Kweku, what exactly is the NDC flag bearer asking for?
And is asking the government to drop the charges against these persons. He is describing the arraignment of these persons. They are remanding as high-handed. He does not believe that person should be going to prison for protesting against something as banal as illegal mining. And so former President John Dramani Mahama has waded into this conversation, making a demand of the Attorney General. He says this is high-handed. He does not expect the government to be prosecuting persons because they've been out there on the streets protesting against illegal mining, which he says is out there destroying our river and water bodies.
Well, I know that the NDC running mate has also been wading into the arrest of protesters. What exactly did she say?
Well, yes, when it comes to Professor Nana Jino-Kukwajima, in fact, she has been using stronger words to describe this action by the police. And she does not believe that the police is acting appropriately. She, in fact, believes that it may be that certain persons or elements within the government are bringing pressure to bear on the government or on the police to be acting in this way. She says it is high time that the police drop these charges against the protesters and immediately release those persons from police cells. These persons should be suspended even a single day behind bars for protesting. So both the flag bearer of the NDC and his running mate, Professor Nana Jino-Kukwajima, coming out strongly in opposition to the decision to remand the Fix the Country protesters.
We also know that CDD Ghana and Amnesty International have also condemned the acts of the police. They also want the protesters to be handled rightly. The National Youth Wing of the New Patriotic Party, has expressed concerns about the handling of these protesters, but they actually want them to be prosecuted. Let's go to that story now and tell you about the National Youth Wing of the New Patriotic Party, because they have expressed support for the Ghana Police Service recent arrest of individuals involved in quote acts of vandalism, destruction of property, and assault under the guise of a demonstration by the group called Democracy Hub, unquote. The party, in a statement signed by the national youth organizer Salam Mustafa, urged the courts to ensure the swift prosecution of the protesters to prevent a culture of impunity. My colleague Nana Boachi Adam joins us live with further details. Nana, what else does the statement say?
Well, the statement is condemning the act, the protest that was embarked on by the Democracy Hub protesters over the weekend. The NPP Youth Wing has described the act of these protesters as one that was full of an intent to cause mayhem and to also cause destruction through their acts. The party has also said that the demonstrators intended to take the law into their own hands. And in that regard, they have urged the Ghanaians and everybody, lawmakers, to support the police in prosecuting these individuals who are facing a prosecution as I speak. Although it is their right to engage in these acts or to embark on a demonstration, the party says that the fact that these demonstrators, in a way whatsoever, try to destroy properties and also cause destruction by blocking roads and everything, it is also fair enough to seek justice and also make sure that the prosecution is done free and fair. They are also saying that if we support the police in embarking on this form and this kind of prosecution, it will serve as a deterrent to anybody who intends to do so in the future.
Thank you, Dana Wachi, Adam, for bringing us that. Now, the flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has revealed plans to decentralize the small-scale mining licensing process to district assemblies should the NPP form the next government. Speaking at Dabwase during the first day of his 4-day campaign tour in the Western region, Dr. Bawumia noted the bureaucratic challenges faced by small-scale miners in obtaining licenses from the Minerals Commission. To streamline the process, he proposed allowing district assemblies to manage licenses with the involvement of local chiefs to ensure effective and transparent decision-making.
But you can say, mining, small-scale mining, if done properly, mining power. There should be no doubt about it. Adia Penop is responsible and sustainable small-scale mining. If you Ghana have your gold exports are 50% almost of Ghana's exports every small-scale mine. 1 million jobs is in the small-scale mining sector. In the Adia, Mebedi, Umantenia, Adia, it's a member small-scale mining sector, a small-scale mining sector to make sure they do responsible and sustainable mining. Small-scale mining. The percent regularizing and license small-scale miners in the country. And licensing regime, relatively simple. Nana number for licensing of any small scale and the local assemblies too. So that we do it at the local level. That is one. And the licensing process, it will terminate at the Minerals Commission. And so that it will be simple for everybody to get a license. There also be, Geological Survey Authority. Almost service between actually with data and the mapping exactly where you will go. In sad data, the community mining schemes and small scale miners because you say, gold.
The governing New Patriotic Party says it hopes to reclaim the Fomena parliamentary seat and boost its votes in the upcoming December 7 election, with the decision to retain the second Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Andrew Isiama, as parliamentary candidate during a unity rally at Dompoase in the Fomena constituency. NPP Vice Presidential candidate Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh called on the party members to forgive past grievances, unite and work together in the interest of the party. There's more in this report.
The unity rally in Dompoase marked the beginning of an intensified effort to secure a decisive victory for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Andrew Isiama Emwako, who in 2020 won the parliamentary seat as an independent candidate. Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh emphasized that the NPP's anticipated win in the Fomena constituency depends on peace and unity, urging members to join forces and campaign vigorously for the party.
And the party did Accra chairman that chairman for Obunyina Accra. And Chakra, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Obeba Fomena. A bear so Obeba Fomena. Now Philip. A bubble sacred if you don't know baby. Now Philip. A bubble a tap Obunyina Coca Siamaho. Nobody platforms. Nobody ever Siama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The sermon. Obidim the chairman a bit see. To be seven mobile in a mobile donor and coffee. And Coca say, and then the formula I can't boom. You vote to never to say boom, boom, boom.
Dr. Opoku Prempeh appealed to supporters to fully back Isiama in his quest to retain the Fomena seat for the NPP, on December 7th, noting Isiama's ongoing support for the party in parliament.
House to house, house to house, and some back on room to room, trot to trot,
On his part, Andrew Amuako Isiama reaffirmed his commitment to lead the NPP to a resounding victory in Fomena.
And yes, number waha, and another waha. Yes, Biara, and Yenina, the Atuyaki. And Yenina, Yasa, Abafia, that ye Buffy a pass from Koso, may I teaching a piano, and a piano, and yet, and then me, Kinaha, Maka, said.
Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh also cautioned voters in the Ashanti region about the risk of voting for the National Democratic Congress, the NDC.
Still on the NPP, the party is asking electorates in the Hohoe constituency to maintain John Peter Amewu as their Member of Parliament. The NPP believes Peter Amewu's initiatives over the last 8 years demonstrates his zeal for the progress of the constituency. They added that the only way to champion developmental projects in the area is to give the NPP a nod in the upcoming polls.
The Hohoe constituency would once again be the center of attraction in the Volta region in the upcoming December 7th general elections. Railways Minister John Peter Amewu aims to continue representing the Hohoe constituent in Parliament, cashing hopes in his development initiatives within the last 8 years.
We go beyond development, and so it is about our own personal development.
Nonetheless, the National Democratic Congress fielded Swolanyo Chekpo, who reigns from Alavanyo, to help it win back the seat from the New Patriotic Party. Alavanyo and Hohoe Zongo communities have been key deciders in the Hohoe parliamentary elections, hence the NDC picking an Alavanyo indigene as a candidate renewed its hope of winning.
I'm more than convinced that the outgoing MP, John Peter Amewu, will be one-term MP.
However, a leading member of the NPP, Prince Ellis Antre, has launched campaign activities for the governing party in the area. This is targeted at reducing the NDC's voting pattern in the Alavanyo area.
As the youth, everybody believes in development. We are civilized. We have seen the development. We know what has happened in Hohoe constituency since 1992. NDC has been in power and in parliament for years. We've not seen anything. Go to all the traditional areas today. Only 4 years in parliament, you see the change. It's very clear. It's obvious. So everyone knows what is happening, and we are very much, ready to support that same agenda for development. That's what we are about.
Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News, Hohoe.
You're watching Election Brief. We're taking a quick breather. When we return, we'll tell you about the presidential candidate for Movement for Change, Alan Tremontin. He is backing calls for an independent forensic audit of the voters register. Do stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. Now, the Member of Parliament for Elembele constituency and Deputy Minority Leader Emmanuel Amakofibwa has urged trainee nurses and midwives to prioritize permanent jobs over unpaid allowances, addressing a joint gathering of students at Isiama Nursing and Midwifery Training College and the Asanta SDA nurse in a midwifery school in the Esiama constituency, the deputy minority leader said the government has been dishonest about the payment of the allowances that is promised to the trainees, nurses and midwives. He was speaking during a campaign tour of the vice presidential candidate of the NDC, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, to the Elembelen constituency. Well, the MP said even though the Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Bawumia, has been insisting that government has paid all arrears of allowances to trainee and nurses, the reverse is actually the case.
Somebody told me, and I said the first thing I want to do is to find out, what do you call, the candidate of the MPP says that you have all received your alawa. It's not true. He said you have received your alawa. They said they paid you, and they didn't even give you extra. So the man is lying. You are telling us the vice president is lying. I'm not surprised. So you have not received your alawa. So let me ask you, first of all, between this alawa that will not come and a promise that you are going to have a guaranteed employment when you live here, which one do you like? Employment with good jobs. That's what Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman and President Mahama are bringing to you.
Time now to take your views on what exactly would inform your votes coming December 7.
For anyone, because all the two parties, they are not helping the country. We need help, and the country we are suffering. The kids are suffering, the grown-up are suffering, and the old people too are suffering. We are all suffering. They are using the money to build their family project and things. They are not giving us the money, Sam. We don't need any party. We don't need any party again. We want ourselves. We should rule ourselves. Ghana, we should rule ourselves.
We don't have work. We don't have work to do. Yeah. You need a jumaye. And a biblina so the dada bontin, biblina so that da bontin near the other. Odo Accra capital, I was a comusifi. And I was a comusisi are dying.
For country, all of you should come here and, patronize the good things, we have as a Ghanaian. But the problem with Ghana has always been the leadership. The leadership of this country, one way or the other, they've got the youth to believe that, there's no future for us. Because if you live in Ghana, it's just like we're living in hell. Particularly if you don't have money, it's just like we are living in hell. Because Ghana now has been turned into a hell of fire. Particularly if you don't have money, as I said earlier. But I would like to,
Election for me, I'm not voting for anyone. Because all the two parties, they are not helping the country. We need help, and the country we are suffering. The kids are suffering, the grown-up are suffering, and the old people too are suffering. We are all suffering. They are using the money to build their family project and things. They are not giving us the money, Sam. We don't need any party. We don't need any party again.
They are bragging that, like here is a capital town. No. You can't compare Kumasi to Accra, because in Kumasi we don't sleep in chaos. Yeah, the government and the chiefs, you have to do something about it. Yeah, me there, I get the voters ID card, I get everything, but me there, voting is not my perception. I no go vote. Oh, me there, that's my mind, and that's my freedom. I no go fit vote. If you Ghanaian, if you decide to choose as a president to come and lead us, I dey okay, because me say if I no go put my finger on everything. No, me I no go do am. Thank you.
But for me personally, I don't have a particular party, but I would just try as much as possible and vote. So anyway, I would like to, let all the youth believe that there is a better future for Ghana. Maybe one day we got to get a better, presidents who make Ghana a better place for us. So thank you.
You're watching Election Brief. Do stay with us.